What's up, students? I wanted to go over a little bit of the point slope form. So this guy right here, I want to go over this equation a little bit, just kind of help out, kind of give you some more visual stuff and how easy it is and how goofy it looks, but it's actually a pretty easy thing to figure out. So the point slope form, you use this when you have a coordinate point and a slope. Normally we would use just slope intercept form. We would plug in the x and the y and find the y-intercept. But this is also used when you just have a point and a slope. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to hit this coordinate point 5 and -3 using point slope form. So the point slope form, you go y minus the y coordinate equals the slope times x minus the x coordinate in brackets. Again, it looks really weird. It's basically a mutation of the slope intercept form, but I'm going to show you how it works. So it's actually really easy. If you think about x an opposite x coordinate and then y an opposite y coordinate, your life's going to be a lot better. So I'm going to start typing it out here. So I'm going to go y and then my y coordinate here in this coordinate point. So here we go. Here's 5 and -3. My y coordinate is -3. So if I think opposite of -3, I'm actually going to go +3. Okay, why am I thinking that? You'll see here in a second. Okay, equal. Now I got to pick a slope. What slope should I have? I don't know. How about the slope of, I'm just making this up right now. How about a slope of 1/2? Okay, now I'm going to go bracket x and opposite x coordinate. So as you can see, I have my slope. Now I just got to move the line accordingly. So that's where this minus x comes from. So x minus the x coordinate is 5. So I'm going to go -5. Boom, there we go. Okay, I hit the point 5 and -3, and I have a slope of 1/2. Okay, that's it. So again, in my mind, I like to think opposite x, opposite y, and then slope goes in the middle. Okay, so think opposite y, opposite x, slope in the middle. So the reverse of it is, what happens if you straight up give me an equation in this? How could you figure out what's going on here? Well, here we go. Let's say I go like, I don't know, y minus 6 equals -3 bracket x plus 2. Okay, what in the world is going on here? Well, I've got a slope of -3. So there's my slope right there. I'm also going through the coordinate point opposite x, opposite y, -2 and 6. Boom, right there. Okay, so that's what point slope is. So some of the other questions is they straight up give you this picture. They'll say, hey, what's going on with this line right here? Oh, I'm going through -2 and 6, and I got a slope of 1 to the right, change in the height. Oh, -3. So my slope is -3. Here's my coordinate point. What am I going through? I'm going through this coordinate point. So what would my equation look like? Opposite y, opposite x, -6 plus 2, slope in the middle. Okay, so if you go back to the original equation, think opposite y, think opposite x, and then slope in the middle. That's going to make your life way easy. Okay, so one more time. Let's make another random one up here. So let's say I have a slope of, I'm going to make a line that has a slope of, I don't know, how about 4/5. Okay, so I have a slope of 4/5 x. Okay, and I want this to go through the coordinate point, eeny, meeny, miny, let's go -5 and 7. Okay, so I want this line to go through this point. Okay, so I'm going to take the original equation, I'm going to copy and paste it right below. Okay, watch how easy I can do this here. Okay, so I want this slope to go through this point, this slope through this point. How do I do that? Opposite. Okay, y opposite 7. Okay, bracket, be careful there, bracket, and then opposite the x value, so +5. Boom, nailed it. Okay, that's it. That's how fast it goes. Okay, all you do is you put the slope in the middle, you go y in the opposite y coordinate, x in the opposite x coordinate. Okay, notice the difference, 7 -7. -5 +5. So notice that oppositeness. Okay, so not only does it go x, y, and then y and x, but it's also opposite. So keep in mind those opposite little tricks right there. And then the slope is just the slope, rise over run. Okay, that's it in the story, folks. We'll see you in class. Goodbye.